Hey everybody, my name's Kyle, and this is Brody. He's my best buddy. I decided after 3 years of considering making a YouTube channel that there was no better time than the now. Basically, I was always afraid and concerned and wanted to make the perfect video and didn't know how to edit. Still don't know how to edit. And I was like, you know what? People say to just try things, and if you don't have the guts to try it, then you're never gonna know. So, okay. Anyway, this channel is going to be about me and my life in Alaska, interior Alaska. It's also going to be about different parts of my life, different periods. There's no format whatsoever. It'll be a little bit about sobriety, recovery. I'm 8 years clean right now from drugs and alcohol. I've been through quite a bit. I've lived in 8 states, been through a marriage, been through a divorce, owned some businesses, and have gone through some pretty dark depression even while in recovery. But I know that for me, before moving here, I had a lot of questions about Alaska, and most YouTubers that have channels about Alaska, and there's plenty of them, and I admire them, they're not from Alaska, nor am I. But I've got to meet some amazing people, and at some point in these videos I want to interview them. So I mean, I'm talking people who have lived off grid for 70 years, original trappers, parents who came out, here 47, 48, 49, people who have lived in the little town I live in their entire life. A lot of people don't know much outside of Alaska because it's pretty beautiful and they never left. What was I trying to say about that? Oh, it's second nature. An Alaskan who's been here their whole life, they don't see the beauty I and many others see not being from here and having lived all over the country. So I thought it'd be cool to interview people from Alaska. I don't know how many I'm going to do. I have 2 or 3 picked out right now. Anyway, the rest of the channel is going to be pretty much just raw footage about my life. It was negative 60 degrees last week. It's 25 today. It's just a beautiful place, and I want to share it because so many people's YouTube channels have helped me have the guts to move here. I had sold the business, did the divorce, left Hawaii with my dog, and I knew I was going to end up here, but following a 20,000-mile road trip, I got to interior Alaska, and within 3 days, I put an offer in on a property. I haven't felt home since I was a kid. I left when I was 20. I don't say a kid, but that homey feeling of a place that you grew up in with your friends and family. Want to talk about the solitude, the darkness, what it's like to actually live here and not just do what all the channels do and show you how to build a log cabin. I know that's cool and that's great. I can show you how to build a cabin. If you look in my cabin, it's very unfinished because I ran out of money. I spent my life savings buying this property and this house and a little bit of money left over to remodel it, and it's still not done. But I'll do a little bit of that, a little bit of fun stuff, but mainly about the land, about the rivers, the salmon, the trapping, the grizzly bears, what it's really like, because I think a lot of people assume things about Alaska that aren't necessarily true, and that's fine, that's okay, but I think Alaska deserves some clarity. And yeah, I have a really good friend who's born and raised here, left a few times, but always came back, and most people that are up here, they don't go to the lower 48. There's no reason to. It's a very beautiful place up here. Anyway, now I'm rambling, but this is the first video. I decided, let's just do it. I've been snowmobiling for 8 hours around the trap line. I'm exhausted. But if you don't try something, you'll never know, right? So I don't think I'll ever ask anyone to like or subscribe because it doesn't matter to me. I'm going to do this pretty much for myself, my family and friends, and the random person who happens to see these videos that I'll be making. If it helps motivate someone to move to Alaska and start a new life and live off of, I don't make much money, and I live and I am as happy as I've ever been. And I think that's the big draw of Alaska. I think that's what most people move here for. I don't have running water. I don't have an indoor toilet. I walk 120 feet to an outhouse when it's negative 60. I use jugs of water. I do have electricity. But what do you need, right? What do I need? I have a Toyota with 266,000 miles on it. All the things I had in my life didn't really mean much until I found true happiness, and that was coming up here and being free of a lot of things. But yeah, I'm rambling, and I appreciate anyone who watches this. I'm sure my friends and family will see this first, but those of you who I don't know, I look forward to getting to know you, and I appreciate your time. Without further ado, have a great day. See ya.